During the past 40 years, the legal profession and our society has changed dramatically, and I'm proud that the Penn Law Clinics have kept up with each of those challenges.
I have your yearbook from 1972 here. Does that provoke any memories, looking back at those pictures?
Yeah, I remember the hair that I used to have.
I remember as if it were yesterday, the first case I worked on when I was sent to this community legal services office. And who's to say, after law school and after clerking, I became a community legal services lawyer. And after becoming a community legal services lawyer, I became a clinical teacher here. And the rest, as they say, is history.
I know for me, we were torn in terms of the relevance of sitting in a classroom when the world outside seemed to be falling apart.
After I got elected judge, I began to see clinic students representing clients where there was an enormous need.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. If you don't fight for the clinic, you'll have to fight me.
I never felt like I was being thrown into these situations that I had never dealt with or thought about dealing with all alone, and yet I always felt that when I was working the problems through, I was doing it all alone.
We sat there and discussed very real issues about how you represent clients and choices you had to make.
But I think what impact the clinic had also on me was this sense of pro bono obligation, this sense that lawyers who have defined a system and control a system and set the rules of a system have an obligation. It was sort of like the great slap in the face of reality of, oh, this is what law practice is going to be like. Here was someone that really didn't care about the system, he wanted a result.
The clinics grew from the original civil practice clinic that started the program, and now we have 9 fully functioning clinics that range their advocacy from child advocacy to legislative work to criminal defense to entrepreneurship, international human rights, and mediation. And so the growth has been tremendous in what students are capable of learning about and the opportunities that they're presented with.
It provides students with the tools, the training, the competence, and the confidence so that when they do step forward into legal practice, they can handle these matters.
People's lives are on the line, and they're relying on lawyers and law students to represent them and to do the best that you can.
I was thrust headfirst into the discovery period in one of my cases, where actually my client's home had been fraudulently sold. In such a short period of time, I was immediately able to draft important legal documents, respond to important legal documents, and really feel that I was just doing essential work.
We're not just teaching students the technical skills of being a lawyer, but we're trying to educate them about what lawyers actually, are, how lawyers can actually provide valuable legal services or services just in general to people in need.
You mean just stand by him?
Stand by me.
So I don't think you can talk about the growth of the clinics without talking about the legacy of Alan Lerner.
He came to me and said, I'd really like to try something new and in effect give rebirth to the idea of an interdisciplinary course representing children.
He brought medical students and doctors and psychiatrists and social workers into the work the students were doing on their cases.
He also was the kind of lawyer that our students would leave here wanting to emulate.
And I started thinking about what else there was, and I don't remember why. law occurred to me, I guess my interest in government and history and in social issues and public issues are what moved me in that direction.
We focused a great deal on kinds of things, the helping aspects of the law, which we still do, and I feel quite good that we've never lost that.
It's different when there's a real client on the line. It's different when you're making a difference to a person and to a cause. We level the playing field for the little guy, the poor people and the middle class people, the mom and pop businesses who need somebody to even out the fight.
They have been a game changer for us with consummate professionalism, detailed, intricate knowledge of the law, the city, the politics, the way the whole system works, and ways that we can just grow, strengthen, and flourish by doing the right thing.
For 3 years, with the letters, the postage, the contacts, even with the court, and filing the deeds. I mean, what more can I say? That I am just so grateful.
I love the moment where the students come running into my office after they've finished a client meeting. They almost can't help themselves because they just want to share what's just happened.
The most favorite times I've had have been when students, I see them working so hard to prepare for a deposition or a client hearing or a trial. When they're in the student workroom at 9, 10 o'clock at night, I'm getting emails from them.
I think about the student who said she absolutely could not ever do public speaking, and yet went to immigration court and stood up and did the direct examination of her client.
When a student comes to you and tells you that not only did they learn XYZ technical thing about lawyering, but they really connected with their client, and they realize how much they helped a client in the pursuit of that client's dream. And when that happens, when a student comes to me and describes that feeling to me, that's my favorite thing as a professor.
You get to watch the transformation happen before your eyes. Student becomes practitioner. So I guess generally that's my favorite moment of teaching, when I can see that happen.
You come to law school and you're sort of an idealist, and then you go through the first year grind and you are questioning yourselves about why you came and what you hope to accomplish and what you hope to achieve. And I think participating in the legislative clinic at the end of my law school experience was really a refreshing reminder of why I was here.
Our clinics have done extraordinary, life-changing work over the last 4 decades. We look forward to continuing your great work in the years ahead and investing in our students' futures through clinical education and practice.
And we're not done yet. We've got another 40 years to come, with new challenges, new clinics to create, new problems to solve. One thing is for sure: lawyers have never been more important to the well-functioning of our society, to our democracy, and to our economic survival. And Penn Law School will be out front, I am sure, in all of those 40 years.